Hey, this is Kyle from Pure Pwnage, and you're watching Hak5.
Some cool stuff ahead, so sit back.
Now you've got two monsters following you.
Alex just started reading his email.
Irina Slutsky for Geek Entertainment.
There's some that have 700s.
This is the most
Hey, Dee, what are you doing?
of all. This is the men's bitter
TV?
chocolate pokey. So
Anything good on?
Dude, everything's good on, man. I never thought I'd see the day. 300 channels, it's all good.
300 channels of what?
Well, DLTV, Command N, Open Alpha, Dignation.
Holy crap.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Dude, you're dreaming.
No, dude, it's amazing.
No, you're dreaming.
Huh?
You're dreaming. D, you're dreaming. D. D, you're dreaming.
What?
You're dreaming.
What?
You're dreaming.
I'm awake.
You were dreaming. You were like some random babbling about like Dignation and Command N being on TV.
Oh. I was thinking about that segment with those applications.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Dude, are we still shooting?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get on set, man.
Oh, yeah, go clean yourself up, Spanky. Okay, so the opening to this whole sequence, this whole segment, completely fictitious, complete dramatization.
It's a nice thought.
It is.
300 channels, but no, there's nothing good.
No.
At least on TV.
Yeah, on terrestrial TV.
Yeah.
But it's actually not far off.
No, I mean, you think if you've got a media center PC, or if you've got some way to get your content from your PC over to your TV, and you've got a couple of applications that will help you subscribe to video online or channels online, who needs cable at that point?
Yeah, really. If you can pipe all your video, back out to a TV or something.
Right. So there's 3 applications that I want to take a look at that will allow you to easily subscribe to video content online. First, of course, being iTunes. We're all familiar with iTunes, probably.
Yeah.
It's got a podcast directory, which also does video. It's not really the best in terms of video podcasts because it just kind of has like a featured video podcast list. There's only about 5 pages. I don't know, maybe about 100.
Right.
Definitely not everything. There are a lot more video content in iTunes podcast directory, but you really have to go hunting for it.
Yeah,
so it's not
really got
intuitive.
to shuffle around.
No. For podcasts, it's great. Love it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't handle the video as well as it really should.
Because you had to kind of make the video work, I think,
Right.
it.
Well, what's nice about it, though, is it's rock solid. It will accept external links. So if there's an online TV show that you like to watch that's not in the iTunes directory, you can always just add it in yourself, and it will automatically download those.
That's always useful.
It'll also sync with your video with iPod.
Video with iPod?
Video with iPod, buddy.
iPod with video.
That's the one. I always try to call it a video iPod, but that's
it's
not really it. Yeah.
It's the iPod with video.
Yes. So waiting for the 16:9, but anyway. Downsides, of course, it only handles direct downloads, HTTP, right? That we don't like that much. It's nice that we can track the numbers, but at the same time, it kills us in bandwidth.
Yeah, well, now that
Libsyn is that's helping out a lot. The other downside is it doesn't have a nice way to manage all of those downloads.
Your hard
drive's going to fill up.
Yeah.
A couple other players.
I was going to say, now there's some alternatives.
There's some alternatives. First being FireAnt. It's in release candidate 1 stage right now, so you can kind of call it a beta if you want. It's really nice. It's got an integrated channel guide, which is really cool. That's one of the main features that I like.
Just to clarify things, channels are RSS feeds.
Channels are RSS feeds,
and
or
then
just basically video podcasts,
yeah,
IPTV,
vidcast,
whatever.
And intuitively, they have been subdivided into
categories, tags. It's really nice the way they do it. You can take a look at channels by top rated, the most watched. You can check out what's new channels. It's got an automated system for popular tags. As you can see, it's like your basic tag cloud where the more popular, the bigger the font.
Boldface font, height,
And I really like the way that it's got this ability to stream video. So if you find a podcast,
you can sample it.
Yeah, if you find a video podcast you like, take a look.
Well, it looks interesting to you, like sample it. Oh, this is really cool, and then subscribe to the RSS feed, and there you go.
It'll do the automatic downloading. It's got a built-in player. It'll automatically delete stuff after a certain amount of days.
Awesome.
It's not rock solid yet, but it's doing okay. and I think it's going to progress from here. This one is for both PC and actually all of these that we're going to talk about are for both
PC
Windows
and Mac.
Let's not call it PC because
Windows and Mac.
Windows and Mac, right? Yeah, this one also has a really cool feature where it'll sync with portable devices, such as your, what did I call it?
You called it
Video with iPod. Video with iPod.
Video with iPod.
That's from Microsoft. It'll also sync with the PSP, which is really cool.
Nice.
And if the video format is not in PSP friendly format,
it will encode for you.
Yeah, using FFmpeg. It's not 100% yet, but it does a good job.
It kind of works.
Yeah, I mean, there's also other good encoders if you want to do it manually. There's Videora has a nice set of tools that'll allow you to.
We actually use that.
Yeah, we use the what is it? The Videora. Videora.
We use Videora
iPod converter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they've also got a PSP converter. Really nice.
Nice. Now, one of the things I noticed about this is the very, very nice web interface.
In fact, you can get to it from their website. You don't actually need the client.
Okay. Well, that's really nice, if you're on a lot of remote computers, but I'm saying, when you're actually running your own personal client.
But the idea is to set these up, let them know in the background, they subscribe to your channels, pull them down so you don't have to think about it.
Right.
So let's move on to the other player, which is from the Participatory Culture Foundation. I said that right.
Yeah.
That's the same people that brought us BlogTorrent, Broadcast Machine, and more recently Video Bomb, which is kind of like a dig for videos.
I've seen it before.
This was originally called DTV, but they renamed it when it came out for the for Windows just recently. And
democracy.
It's in 0.8 right now, which kind of shows.
Little more buggy than FireAnt.
It's a little bit more buggy at this point, but it's also open source. You know what that means?
That means it's going to be the first to also go to Unix, Linux, BSD,
toasters,
whatever, microwaves.
If it runs Linux, yeah.
I think our refrigerator runs Linux.
Sure, why not? That's a good mod.
But it's not
evil.
evil.
Save that for later. Yeah, it's not evil.
It is not evil.
So, this has got a really nifty channel guide that looks very similar to the one in iTunes.
I was going to say, this is very iTunes reminiscent.
Right. It doesn't have an automated tags. Well, it doesn't have the tag cloud, but it does have the popular tags here. We can head over to technology, see that there's 16 technology podcasts in here, or video podcasts. I'm not sure what to call them. And you can check out a site, or if you see something you like, you can click this. It'll subscribe to it.
Okay.
It's also got a really nifty player where it'll go full screen no matter what. If it's QuickTime,
no matter what the codec or file
Windows
format
Media.
is.
Exactly.
Well, that's nice. That's a really, really nice feature.
And it doesn't sync with any of the player or portable players yet.
Yeah, but if
it's also open source though.
Yeah.
So maybe later.
Somebody else might program that in. But there's if you have a portable player anyway, you could do that manually if you really, really wanted to.
Yeah, and I mean that's what I do. The cool thing about both of these is that they have a channel guide which will expose you to a lot of content. Like I didn't even know there were 300 different vidcasts out there. So I mean, a lot of them are vlogs or vlogs, video blogs.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, and those are cool. And I suggest you check out either of these because it's got an extensive directory, or you could just do what I do, and that is go to a bunch of favorited tabs, bookmarks, and download them yourself. And then your hard drive fills up, and you got to manually delete them.
Manual. And the advantage to these client type programs, like I like to use a mail client, and this is to me is like having a mail client.
Does the work for you?
Yeah, it does all the work for you, and plus you can subscribe to the RSS feeds so that your favorite.
Not always checking out the same site over and over, waiting for an update.
Yeah, it's just like, oh God, where's it coming? So like some shows that only release once a month, that tend to maybe release some bonus material throughout.
Seriously, you might want to consider subscribing to our RSS feed because, hey, we release on the 5th, but every now and then there's extra content, 0.5 episodes, specials for holidays,
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, that to me, this is the way to go. So, check them out. Mull them over. If you like them, use them. If you don't,
and let us know about your experiences with both FireAnt and Democracy Player.
Give us some feedback, Just tell us what you think.
Yeah.
So other than that, thanks a lot, and enjoy the rest of the show. Action. D, you're dreaming.
What?
You're dreaming.
So did you just got back from Toronto?
Dude, that was the coolest trip. I went up to Toronto to do a couple episodes of Call for Help. It was a 10 6-hour drive. 700 miles, 1,126 kilometers for the rest of the world.
I would have been bored out of my mind.
Well, I thought I was going to be, but I brought my favorite site on the internet with me. My iPod saved my life, and so did Matt from Winona University. Hooked me up with a program that allowed me to time shift Pandora.
Whoa.
Okay, let everybody know what Pandora is, because it's like the coolest thing.
Pandora is a site where you can go listen to music as a radio station, but here's the coolest part about it. You can customize this radio station specifically for you. Pandora has a group of people who strictly listen to songs to tag them for certain, vocal harmonics, mellow guitarist. Well, if you like a band or you like a song by a band, you can type in the name of the song or the band itself if you like their whole stuff, and it will search out through all the music library and grab all of the little tags that match and show you stuff that you might like or you may not like. If you like what they play, then you can give it a thumbs down and they won't play anything like that anymore. But if you give it a thumbs up, they'll play more stuff like that.
Yeah, it's great at learning. I gave it, let's see, the Shins and the Killers, and it suggested Mogan Heap, which led me to Fisher Spooner, and then you hooked me up with Gem. And I think it's a great service. I actually pay the $3 a month for the account so I don't get the ads on the screen. And it's really an amazing service. I love it. I can't live without it. I first heard about it on Inside the Net, and I've been using it ever since.
When you told me about it, I went to it, and within an hour, I was in love. I listen to it when I'm photoshopping now. I'm addicted.
Yeah, well, I listen to it at work, but now I can listen to it in the car because I'm time shifting it.
Okay, so isn't that kind of not
against their terms of service?
Yeah.
Well, here's what I figure. Yes, it is against their terms of service, I guess, right? But what I'm doing is I'm paying Pandora the $3 a month, okay? I'm time shifting those songs so that I can listen to them in the car.
Okay. And
then if I like what I hear, I'll go and buy the artist. I'll hit up the iTunes Music Store, and so I'm supporting the artist, I'm supporting Pandora, and if I don't like the tracks, I'm just going to delete it. So I don't feel like I'm...
So it's not like you're selling it, it's for just you.
Yeah, it's just kind of personal use.
It's just kind of a personal use, strictly for you.
But yeah, it is against their terms of service, so don't sue us. It was Matt from Winona University. He sent me the program. Sue him.
His fault, not his.
Anyway, let's take a look at it. So basically, when you run Pandora, I'm going to go ahead and play a song here, and turn this down just a bit. What it's doing is it will... save this file in a temp folder. So here we can see it's access to, and if you rename that to .mp3, that'll work. That's an MP3 file, but it doesn't have an ID3 tag and it doesn't have a file name.
So it'll just show up as like track 1.
Yeah, it's not going to be
random name.
Yeah, it's not going to be very iPod friendly at all. So what we've got here is this this Java applet, and I'm going to go ahead and run Pandora. That's the bat file to start it, and then period for this directory. And what that's going to do is use this program to scrape the artist name and the title of the track from the title bar in Firefox and create the ID3 tags and the file name for it. So it's copying access 1. And if I head over here to my Pandora folder, you can see there's my MP3 file. If I open that up, there it is in Winamp, and it's got the correct ID3 tag, and it's playing, and it's exactly what I want. And I can leave this Java program running all night, and then in the morning sync it up to my iPod, throw it in a playlist, listen to it on the way home from work.
So you're good for a 10-hour drive.
I'm good for a 10-hour drive, and I'm writing down stuff that I like so that when I get home I can download it on iTunes.
I keep a notebook by my computer for the same reason.
So I suggest everybody head over to our website, check it out, and thank you, Matthew from Winona University, for the awesome hookup.
Thanks, Matt.
Okay, we're going to take a little break from our regular segments, and it's time to take questions.
Of course. First question being, I wish to leave my desktop machine running at home 24/7. Is this safe? And can you make any recommendations or precautions and modifications that I should make? That's from Andrew in Winchester, UK.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's harmful to your computer. You're putting hours on your hard drive spinning.
Yeah, but you can also tell Windows or whatever operating system you have to automatically spin down the drives. The other thing,
the power set,
my biggest concern is, is your PC on the floor, and if so, it's going to start collecting a lot more dust. That's a thing to watch out for. Just make sure that you're keeping your fans clean.
Yeah, a quick modification for that is the air filter mod, which is where you can take some pantyhose and stretch them over the end of your fans and screw them in that way.
Yeah.
So it makes cleaning your fans a lot easier, and just less dust gets in your case ahead of time.
Yeah, good tip.
But make sure you clean them, because what will happen is they will clog and you will start to overheat.
Yeah. I say, though, once you've got a PC running 24/7 in the house, it opens up the possibilities, to doing things like running your own web server or all sorts of other fun stuff that we talk about all the time on the show. We always assume that, you've got a PC in your house that's running 24/7. So, yeah, I do it all the time. I haven't had any problems with it in the last, 8 years. So
yeah, my box stays on almost all the time. The only problem is when you have programs with memory leaks and crap like that.
Yeah, I'm not going to name names, but restart every couple of days.
Yeah.
Okay, so would it be possible to start a playlist playing at very low volume and then gradually increase the volume over the course of, say, 20 minutes? I think this might prove as a much gentler way to wake up, and haven't figured out how to do it in either Linux or Windows. It's by Josh. Yeah, you can. There's a cool utility called nircmd, nircommand. You can Google that or find it in our show notes. And basically, that will allow you to do a lot of cool command line things to Windows, such as up the volume. So you can write a batch script that will gradually up the volume by 1% over the course of however many minutes.
Or you can cheat.
Do it like I used to do.
And take the song you want to wake up to into Audacity or whatever your
audio editor.
Audio editing program is. Drop it in and then just ramp the volume.
Works for me.
It's a cheap fix.
Right. Jeff writes, what is the name of the opening song at the beginning of your show that isn't the one by Ghostwriter? I already have that one.
That is the Hak5 theme song. And
that's by Ashley Witt, and sure, we'll throw it up on the website once we get all the other stuff fixed. Kind of having some problems with one of our...
It's been taken kidnapped.
Yeah, one of our servers is having some issues. But we'll take care of that, and we'll go ahead and put the... we should put the theme song and some wallpapers. I'm getting asked for those a lot.
Yeah, we need to put up the goodies page.
Yeah, we've got a whole bunch of... There's a goodies page in the works with wallpapers and banner
audio
buttons
clips,
and audio clips and all sorts of fun stuff. So we'll go ahead and throw that out there for you. Just keep an eye on hak5.org.
Okay, the next one is, I can't afford an iPod, but I have a Lexar 1 gigabyte USB key and a Lexar MP3 player that it goes into. Do you know of any programs to download podcasts and vidcasts like my favorite show, hack.5.org? Yeah, hack.5.org.
Sure, why not?
Whatever. You know what I mean. Overnight, so that every morning I can just grab my USB key, get my fill of podcasts, and watch vidcasts at school on the computers. Fred, computer engineering student at St. Lawrence College, Canada. Yay, Canada.
Awesome.
FireAnt.
FireAnt's awesome.
Democracy.
And what you do is you just set it so that your whatever the drive letter is of that USB thumb drive
is the destination folder of your downloads.
So it'll download those, and then when you wake up, grab the drive, and you should be all set to go.
Just don't forget to plug in your drive before you go to bed.
Yeah, so check out FireAnt. Good stuff. Is there a Windows hotkey that will minimize the currently selected window, or possibly a registry hack to make Windows key M do it? It seems like Windows key M and Windows key D do the same exact function. Kind of.
They're very, very similar.
Windows key D toggles between your desktop and what you've currently got active, your Windows and stuff, whereas Windows key M will just minimize all those. So if you hit Windows key D twice, you're going to go to your desktop and then back to your applications.
Yeah, which is a really good way to hide things you don't want people to see. No, I won't do nothing.
You say so.
I won't do nothing.
Yeah.
But
remember the old boss key? And like all those games back in the day, you'd be playing like, all those DOS games, you press F1 and it would like go to like an Excel, not Excel, like a VisiCalc spreadsheet or a DOS prompt to make it look like you're working. I think it was in Wolfenstein. Might have been Commander Keen. I'm not really sure.
And then you hit it again and
and you're back to the game. Yeah,
and
good
it paused
stuff.
for you, I'm sure.
Oh, definitely. Sure, real easy. Hold down Alt and space and then let go and then press N. That will minimize. Alt space M will move it. Alt space S.
Resize. Alt space C, close.
Alt space X, maximize. Alt space R, restore. A lot of fun stuff.
Alt space shortcuts.
It's good. Oh, dude, once you start using Alt space shortcuts and Alt tab and Windows key R, I don't even touch the mouse anymore, really.
And that makes you look like a real Leedy McLeet when you're around non-users.
Yeah, totally. L-users.
L-users. So that's it for this batch of questions this episode. If you have any questions, you can always send them to us. We'll take them on air, questions at hack5.org.
And on with the show. Okay, So, Wes has got some mod or hack or something. I'm not really sure because he comes up with crazy stuff when he comes home from work, and half the time I don't know if it's going to blow us up or make our lives easier.
Or somebody bringing a piece of hardware home that makes certain computers evil.
You know, let's not get into that. It's not my fault.
Yes, it is.
Another time.
All right.
Anyway, what's all this?
Okay, I got a few questions to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you watch IPTV?
Dude, I make IPTV. Yeah, I watch IPTV, Command N, Open Alpha, WASD, DLTV, etc., etc.
So, by that logic, you have a computer.
Yeah. Duh.
So you where do you watch your IPTV?
On my computer.
That we
Feed
just
up.
already figured out that you have.
Yes. Okay, where are you going with this, man?
All right. Do you watch it on TV? Like
No.
on the TV.
No. We just did a segment on this.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when we were talking about democracy and Fire Ant and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't watch it on TV?
No, well, I mean, if there's a good episode or something, maybe I'll put it on the TV so we can lounge. We got a media center.
Oh, so we have a media center.
Okay, just copy it over the network, fire it up in VLC, good to go.
How many people have a media center?
I don't know, not everybody. I'm sure not everybody watching has a media center. Kick us an email if you do. Pictures are cool. I always love to geek out and see that kind of stuff.
Well, that's beside the
But
point.
no, not
Yeah.
everybody can have a media center.
Why not?
Well, one, expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Two, not everybody has a second PC laying around. They're not the easiest things to set up. And then there's always the wife factor or girlfriend factor.
Yeah.
Big, ugly, doesn't fit the decor.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But it would be nice.
It'd be nice if everybody had a media center, and then we could just kick the cable to the curb.
But I'm not worried
watch
about
IPTV.
the media center. It would just be nice to watch IPTV on TV.
Yeah, definitely.
You can do it
Well, I know. I've got a media center.
without it.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I've got a TV in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
Got a PC in my room.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a lot of composite cable,
Mm-hmm.
but the signal's going to degrade.
There's a wire that doesn't degrade over distance like composite.
Okay, what?
Coax.
Okay, I've got an all-in-wonder card that accepts coax in, not out.
So?
So genius, it's not going to work.
Did you play Nintendo?
Yeah, I played Nintendo. I played the hell out of some Nintendo, dude.
How'd you
I
hook
even
it
played
up?
the emulators.
How'd you hook it up? The old Nintendo.
Yeah,
the
little boxy thing.
The little boxy thing?
Screws into the coax on your TV, and then
Right.
your cable line runs into that, and that wire goes into the little boxy thing where you play the games, and you're all like, "Ooh, Contra!"
Yeah, exactly.
Up, down, down.
Do you know what that little gray boxy thing was? The little gray boxy?
Yeah, it's RF modulator.
Yeah. What'd you do?
Modulates RF.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. No.
You're the one being obvious.
No, you're missing the point here. So you take a coax and run it into this RF modulator.
Right.
But it's also got another wire that attaches to it, and then it's got one coax that comes out of the back of the RF modulator and into the TV.
Okay, so I run a coax cable from my room to the TV, and then put an RF modulator on the end of it. I mean, I set up a home theater once where a lady didn't have the new TV. It didn't have composite in or S-video in, so I had to use an modulator, RF modulator from the DVD player to the RF modulator to the TV to play the DVDs. Too many acronyms.
Okay, so yeah, we know that works.
But I'm not running a cable line.
You did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
When I set this, I didn't build this house, dude, so I didn't run cable everywhere that I wanted to.
Okay,
It'd be
so
nice.
you didn't.
Uh-huh.
You already have cable everywhere, numbnuts.
All right. Yeah, okay. Oh.
Is there a cable jack in your room?
Yeah. There's a cable jack in every room. You could plug an RF modulator. Dude, you're going to love this. We should do a segment on it. RF modulator in the room where the cable distribution box is. Run it to the inline. Oh, let's get B-roll of this. There, get a good shot of that.
See, do you see that right there?
Yes. Thank you, Eric.
Dude, look.
Yeah. Okay. So that's why there are cables going everywhere. Aha.
Yes.
So you made my life easier.
Mm-hmm. Because this does exactly what we just said.
Great.
What we did was...
So channel 3 on every TV in the house is now my computer.
Is this a TV in the house? Sitting in front of us?
Yeah, it's a TV in the house.
It's a TV, and it's in the house.
Well, what do you know?
And look, we're
That's a
listening to
computer.
music.
Awesome.
Sorry for the scan lines. Hey, look, they're actually not bad.
Okay. So I'm assuming RF remote control control the PC from any room in the house. That's kind of kludgy. You know what?
Yeah, that's kludgy.
I would come up with a better solution.
Are you going to try and one-up me?
Oh yeah, I'm going to one-up you,
Okay,
dude.
Captain Obvious.
With some Apache, some web servers, and some PHP.
Well, you know what? That's going to be
Some wireless.
That's going to be an awesome segment.
Cell phone.
Oh, dude, it'll be a killer segment.
They should tune in next month.
Yeah. So you've seen pretty much how this works, and like we said, just a quick recap. You go into your cable box that where the provider first pipes into your domicile.
Mm-hmm.
Their cable line plugs into the RF modulator, antenna in.
Mm-hmm.
And you also run your RCA or your composite from your computer to the RF modulator.
Mm-hmm.
Now from the 2TV, now plugs into your
cable distribution box, and it goes to every channel.
Exactly.
Awesome. Now TV is almost worth watching. Now you just need a program like Democracy or iTunes or we went over this.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Awesome. So we hope we will tune in next month to check out the software end of that, and then hopefully we can all start watching Hak5 on TV.
Yay! Any questions? Email us.
Yes. Email him. And write show notes next time, because I need to know what's going on before you pop me in a segment.
You want me to pop you?
You do that too much. All right, so joining us here today is Chris Munton from Mathclub Productions, and he's here to talk to us a little bit about his online hacker drama, Leet. Chris, thanks so much for being here. First of all, what is Mathclub Productions?
Mathclub Productions is a homebrewed vidcasting production company that is trying to provide entertainment through the internets, the webs. And what we're trying to really provide is a way of showing people that they don't have to go for content just from the regular broadcasting. Your TV, your TiVo, you can get the stuff out on the internet and download it and watch it at your leisure most of the time. Mathclub Productions came from actually a social group that we have. A long time ago, we were brought together as a group of friends, the producer and I, and we used to go to a bar. And for some reason, we got labeled as the Math Club or the Geek Squad or the Spectacle Squad. Not me, I don't have glasses, but the other four did. I was the bouncer of the group, I guess. And they started calling us the Math Club, and we started calling ourselves the Math Club, and next thing you know, we have 40 or 50 people in our social group that started showing up. We go see movies together, we hang out, and we started networking not only socially, but business-wise. Someone who was in real estate would sell a house to somebody in our group or find someone. We were really arguing over what our name of our film was going to be, or our production company, and after struggling with about 7 names that were already copyrighted, we were like, we already use half the people in Math Club, the social group, why not call it Math Club Productions?
So exactly what is Leet?
Leet is a hacker term or online term for being elite, or a hacker, hack explorer, whatever you want to say. And we came about that name because one of the things we were trying to do is, while it doesn't expound totally our show's a dramatic show, we wanted to be able to tell people basically what the show was going to kind of be about, which is about 4 hackers coming together. They think for hacking for good. Throughout the season, things kind of change and take a downward spiral from there.
So where did the idea for an online hacker drama come from?
The producer and I, John, were sitting around, we were talking about podcast at that point, and this was back in June and August of last year. And then one day, the bombings over in England happened. And I was just, I woke up that day, we had a meeting about doing a podcast, and I was just kind of like, wouldn't it have been great if hackers could have hacked those cell phones and stopped that whole thing? And John was like, man, we need to do something like that. And then I said, I got an idea. And we just started rolling with it. And next thing he did is, I'm very ADD, so he's like, start writing this down, Chris, because that's why I have him around. He makes me write things down, Did I say right? No. Makes me things write down. So I started to, and we got the whole thing written down within like 2 hours. So that's where it came from.
So why take all this money and time to do this production?
I just think this is really the direction that this type of entertainment is going, and it's important to show people that in the end you can do whatever you want, set your mind to. We hope to kind of foster a sense that if you have an idea with some production value and a little bit of money, you can do something on your own. And that's one of the reasons why I think we draw people into our production, is because everybody sees us doing things instead of just talking about doing something.
So what's been the biggest challenge doing Leet?
coordinating everybody. I mean, you know, you just don't know how big of a task it is to edit and try to control everybody and get people there on time, and also get the scenes. You know, you think a scene that is going to come out being 30 seconds takes 4 hours to shoot, and people just don't see that. And I think that's one of the biggest things, is managing time and being able to do this when most of us have second and third jobs.
What would you say to any aspiring filmmakers that really want to get into like online broadcasting?
I would say, instead of saying that you need to like find a company to work with or anything like that, I'd say look for people that you can network with. Find someone who has a camera, find someone who does sound, tell them about your production, and you'll find people. I mean, that's really how we've worked, you know. I think we found we did find our camera and editor because we were just talking about it one day, and he was like, I'd love to do a project like that. And then some of our actors came on that way, and our latest director came on. You know, wow, you guys are doing something. I want to be part of something that's being done instead of talked about.
So where would you like to see Lee in about a year from now?
We already have 3 seasons roughly outlined. We'd like to be on our second season, and we'd like to start becoming a kind of a mobile production company, such as instead of being stuck in Richmond, become more mobile with our production and moving around and getting more, you know, exotic locations like Washington, D.C. or something. Who knows?
Where do you see IPTV going in the next 1 to 3 years?
It's incredible. 2 or 3 years ago, I started seeing this trend of, you know, alternatives to broadcasting. And as far as this trend goes, I hope it does take over broadcasting, because this is so much more directed towards somebody who's looking for specific content. And for me, it allows me to find what I want, watch it when I want, and really, if I don't like it, I just don't watch it again, you know, or I'm not a slave to my TiVo or my TV of when it's coming on. The IPTV, I think, is going to split, and hopefully will grow into more than what they're talking about now. I know many companies are talking about it as a backbone for a new way of developing and distributing, but I think if you also incorporate these types of homebrew, shows into this IPTV, you could open up a whole new floodgate of technologies and ways of distributing entertainment.
And how can our viewers find out more about Mathclub Productions and about Lee?
We are on the www.mathclubinc.com is our main webpage. You can also go onto iTunes, where you can search through 1 through 37, and you'll find our production company off of there. And then we're also on Pod Lounge out of Australia, and Fire Ant is another one that we're listed on.
So Chris, thanks so much for joining us, and I suggest everybody head over to Mathclub Productions and check out Lee. It's a really awesome online hacker drama vidcast that I think you will all enjoy.
Look, don't fool yourself. Maybe the petty bullshit that you've dealt with can be forgotten, but not mine.
Rationalize all you want. The point is, your son needs you. That should be your focus.
Is life always that simple for you, Pops?
Alright, last month's trivia question, which was answered by a whole lot of people, was, what song was I singing at the end of episode 4.5? And
that was correctly answered by Derek the first time.
Yeah, the first time.
And what was the answer?
The first one. Correct answer was, Hotel California by the Eagles.
And Wes is going to sing for us right now.
No, I'm not.
No. It's in the script.
No.
Okay, fine. Well, what is in the script? Oh, this month's trivia question. All right,
yeah.
We can do that one. Sure.
Tends to follow the previous trivia question.
So, this month's trivia question is, if you add the RFC number for Microsoft Chat version 1 and the RFC number for Microsoft Chat version 2, then subtract the RFC number for PPP Challenge Handshake Authentication Protocol, what value do you receive? Express your answer in hex.
Blah, 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 blah.
Don't mock
blah,
me.
blah.
They said that the last month's trivia question was too easy, so...
So we come up with some ridiculous...
Well, it's not ridiculous. I mean, you can find it on Google if you look around. Along with the answer to every other trivia question. We need something that nobody's going to get, like, what is this maneuver? It's a Picard... Oh, never mind.
No, I was laughing because it's not actually... You know what, I'm not even going to go into the discussion.
No, he's a Trekkie.
Yep, I am.
So, that pretty much ends this episode.
That's pretty much it. As always, you can email us, Wes at Hak5.org,
Darren at Hak5.org, Ali at Hak5.org. You can also hit us up in the forums as soon as they come back.
When they come back.
We're having a little problem with our ISP. We thought we'd distribute the load over multiple servers, and one of the ISPs hasn't really pulled through
the bed on us.
Yes, so we're working to get those back. We'll either start from scratch or hopefully retrieve our database.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on hak5.org for that.
We'll have a nice big post when they come back.
Yes, it'll be celebratory. Also, you can always hit us up in IRC. There's a great community going on in there.
Just do a /join, pound Hak5 on the irc.techcloud.ca IRC server. We hang out in there a lot. We have a really, really good community, like you said.
A lot of great people.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun in there.
So, thank you so much for seeding, especially you Australians.
Yay, Aussies. Thanks for your downloads. Thanks for your donations. iTunes subscribers, way to go. Thanks a lot. You might want to check out the other video podcast programs that we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, we're on Fire Ant and Democracy as well. So, we're going to leave you tonight with a special treat.
So don't stop yet.
Yes.
Don't stop yet. Let your VLC play a little longer.
Dude, they're playing it in QuickTime.
Either.
They're on the iPod. Look, it's an iPod. We're having too much fun. We should just...
Can I, like, scratch with the little click wheel at the bottom?
That'd be cool. I can't reach it.
Alright, I'm done.
Okay, me too.
Anyway, so...
Until next time, I'm Darren.
I'm Wes.
Trust your techno-lust.
Right here? Right, pull in. Alright. West.
What?
West.
What?
West. Go west. 10 meters.
Oh.
Right on top of it.
Wait. Money.
Yes.
Did you lose anything?
I lost a lot. Mimi. It was a pleasure to see you. What seems to be the problem?
Toby's not feeling so good.
Toby. Borked bits. Borked bits. Borked bits.
Borked bits?
Borked bits. Borked bits. Borked bits. There's only one solution.
You have a solution, Doctor?
I have a solution. My prescription pad.
Right away, Doctor.
Now.
Yes, borked bits. There's only one prescription for that. A terabyte RAID array.
I cannot fill this prescription.
Toby, fill that prescription.
I cannot fill this prescription.
You will fill that prescription, Toby.
I will not fill this prescription.
Toby, I am a USB with an MD and PHP with a CS and a B. Yes, you will fill that prescription.
I will not.
Toby, fill the prescription.
I will not fill this prescription.
Listen to the doctor, Toby.
I cannot fill this prescription.
Look at this.
I will not stop.
Fill the prescription.
I will not fill this prescription.
Toby, fill the prescription.
I will not fill the prescription.
Fill the prescription.
There's your ATA.